Hey, it's Ron Queensberry, your Sacramento area realtor. And I put out weekly real estate information about the Sacramento and surrounding areas. If you like this content, please like and subscribe below. Today, we're going to talk about the things that sellers need to know about their asking price. Now, when you put your house on the market, you want to sell it quickly and for the best price possible. That's generally the goal. But too many sellers are shooting too high right now. They don't realize the market has shifted as inventory has grown. The side effect of this is that price cuts are now on the rise, but they really don't have to be. And here's why. According to data from Realtor.com, in February, price cuts were the highest they've been in any other February since 2019. And we can see that in this graph that's on the screen here. If you consider that 2019 was the last true normal year for the housing market, that's a big deal. We're getting back to what's typical for the real estate market right now. Now, this isn't some frenzied seller's market we saw a few years ago, or the same frenzied market that we saw a few years ago. You may not get the same price your neighbor did at the height of the pandemic. And that means that you may need to reset your expectations. Because here's the reality. If you shoot too high and you have to lower your price after the fact, you could actually end up walking away with lower offers than if you had priced it right from the start. So how do you avoid that? Well, you need to lean on a good agent. How can an agent help you to nail the right price? Well, a great agent doesn't just pull a number out of thin air. They'll use real data and market trends to make sure your house is priced based on what your specific home is valued at today. So you're setting a realistic price, one that'll draw in serious buyers. And based on your agent's analysis of your local market, they may even recommend strategically pricing slightly below market value to help your house attract more eyes and more competitive offers. Now, here's how your agent will determine the right numbers for your house. First, they look at recent sales. What did similar homes in your area actually sell for? Not list for, but actually sell for. They analyze local market trends. Your home's value isn't just about what you want for it, it's about what buyers in your area are willing to pay. They craft the right strategy. They'll make sure your home is priced to attract attention and create a sense of urgency among buyers. Now, here's why overpricing backfires. Unfortunately, some sellers still ignore their agent's advice and prefer to start high just to see what happens. The hope being, maybe they'll get their full asking price, or they at least have more wiggle room for negotiation. But pricing high usually ends up costing you, and here's why. Buyers may not even look at it. Today's buyers are more budget conscious than ever before, and if they see a home that seems overpriced, they're likely to skip it completely, rather than to try to negotiate. It could sit on the market for far too long. The longer your home sits unsold, the more buyers will assume there's something wrong with it. That can make it even harder to sell down the line. You might end up getting less. Homes that require a price cut often sell for less than they would have if they had been priced right from the start. This graph shows that if a house sells within the first 4 weeks that it's listed, it usually goes for full price. Based on experience, that's what usually happens to homes that are priced at or just below current value. If it's priced right, buyers will be interested and ultimately willing to pay the asking price or to compete with other buyers and even go over asking. See, if you price your house a little bit lower, it does create competition. And now we get that bidding process that may push the house over your original asking price. But if a house isn't priced right, it doesn't sell as quickly. And as that graph that we just showed, it shows that after the first 4 weeks on the market, the price starts to drop from there. That's because buyer interest falls off the longer that it sits. So it becomes more likely a seller will either accept a lower offer because that's all they have, or to opt to do a price drop to draw people back in. So what's the bottom line? Well, the last thing you want is to list too high, watch your house sit, and then have to drop the price just to get attention. If you want to sell your house in the fastest amount of time for the highest price with the least amount of hassle, let's talk. We don't want this to happen to you. Again, this is Ron Queensberry, local Sacramento area agent. Again, I speak on this channel about Sacramento real estate. If you like what you hear and you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe below. If you are thinking about selling your home or even buying a home in the area, let's talk. Have a great day and take care.